How you doing, fellas? Jake Wilson with wilsonswilderness.webs.com here to bring you the final installment of our bug out bag on a budget. Now, I brought with me my bug out bag. It says everything I need on it. Now, I'm not going to go over all the contents of this just yet. That's going to be in a later video. I just wanted to show you guys eventually what you can accomplish once you start getting one of these done. Now, let's go over the kit at hand here. This is a British M58 rucksack that I found on Cheaper Than Dirt for $9.97. Now, it comes disassembled. You're going to have to put it together, and I'm going to be honest with you, it was kind of a pain in the butt, and I don't have it fully assembled right now, just to what's going to suit my needs. Now, let's go over what's in this. We have our fire kit. A small first aid kit that I picked up at the dollar store, modified a bit. Added some multivitamins, added some acetaminophen, also added some medical tape. Now inside is alcohol swabs, band-aids, whatnot, things you would get with a cheap dollar store first aid kit. Also is a mini fishing kit. Now in here there's weights, there's swivels, there's a couple, tiny little bait fish, and there's some hooks. One bobber, 25 yards of 10-pound test. Now, I'm not saying that's all you need, and I'm not saying that that's all you're ever going to use, but to get started, that's what you can go with. You can choose your own options, of course. This is just what I went with. Now, in the second pouch, this is your food supply. Now, you can add more. You don't have to have what I have in here. I'm just showing you what I put. I've got 2 packs of ramen noodles. I've got some tea, I've got some hot sauce just to add flavor to the noodles, say a rabbit, fish, whatever I catch, and I got a couple packets of KFC honey in here for energy. Very easy, didn't hardly cost me anything. I believe the ramen was 10 cents a piece. Alright. Let's open this bad boy up. This actually has a lot of room. Alright. Now let's start off with one of the containers that came with this. Now in here I've got my water container. I also have a different billy can setup that I made to cook my food in, boil my water in, purify it. Now for a mess kit, I know you guys are all saying, well, he must have bought a military mess kit or something along those lines. No, guys, I didn't. Got a TV dinner tray and a spoon and fork from the kitchen. That's all I need. Right there. It's my mess kit. Didn't cost me a thing. Now, I chose to buy some polycord instead of paracord, and I'll tell you why. This polycord has a tensile strength of 200 pounds. For 100 yards, it was $2.98 at Walmart on this little spool here. Now, I do have paracord at home, but not everybody does, so I didn't include that in the kit. Just want to show you guys that, when you're on a budget, you can find things that work. They also have digital camo polycord, other colors. I just chose white because it's reflective and you can see it really well. Now, inside of here, it's taking up most of the room. Since it's not a rainy season, I was out driving a few months ago and I found a pack of these moving blankets on the side of the road, and I stopped and picked them up. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be as warm as a wool blanket, but it'll definitely do the job when you need it. You can also make a makeshift lean-to tent, anything you want out of it, you know, A-frame tent, and it's there, you know, cut a hole in it and you have poncho. So you got warmth and shelter right here for now. Now eventually in a few weeks I'm going to pick up a tarp at Harbor Freight, or harborfreight.com for you internet buyers. I found it at Camo for about $7, I believe. I think it was $6.97 was the actual price. I'll check that before I post this video. Now, the big question, well, what about a knife? You talk about all these Tops knives that you have and how great they are. Well, yeah, Tops knives is very great, and I appreciate everything Tops has done for me. But when you're on a budget and you can't afford to spend $100, $200 on a knife, you got to go with what you can afford. Now I've got two options here. First option is a Frostmore #1, basically a neck knife. A lot of bushcrafters use this knife. I really appreciate it, as you can tell. Still very, very sharp. This was $12. Now you're going to pay shipping on this, and it's going to be a little bit more than that. I didn't include the price of this in the kit just because I went with a different knife originally. But I wanted to show you guys that you can pick up a decent knife for really cheap. Frostmore is very good. Now what I did go with, standard Ozark trail knife. Now I've modified this a bit. This isn't the original sheath. This is definitely not the handle that came with it. This is the handle. It was really crappy, guys. Let me get a close up there. See if you can see it. It was very warped. I didn't like it at all. It was not functional for me. And it was very thin. So what I did was, went to the Hobby Lobby, and I was just looking for scrap leather. Well, happened to find a make your own sheath kit on clearance for under $3. So I made the sheath, stained it, and I got to thinking about what am I going to do about this handle on this knife. Now originally I made a handle out of swirl rib, but I didn't like it because it wasn't thick enough. I've got big hands. So I cord wrapped this, put a little hand knot in there, which you can actually tighten if you pull it. It's not going to come undone, guys. This knife was $9.98 at Walmart. You can get it, you can modify it. For $10 you got a bush knife. Now with everything that I've explained in this kit, we're sitting at a budget of about $30. Not bad for beginning a bug out bag. Now, I have something for you guys. In this M58 rucksack, this is typically a used sack you're going to get if you buy this, and I'll put the link up there when I post the video. Now I got this pouch with it, this little pack here, brand new. Never been issued, never been used. I'm going to make a challenge to you guys. I'm going to give this away as a prize. Now you must subscribe to me in order to win this. And here's the thing. I want you to make a video of what you carry. What's your bug out bag? It doesn't have to be a budget bag. It can be an expensive pack like this one here. Or it can be a budget bob like the one we've gone over in these past 3 videos. Doesn't matter, guys. I just want to know what you carry and what gets you out there. I'd like to thank you for watching my videos, and I hope you all have a great day. I look forward to your comments, especially your video comments, and we'll get to the winner in a few weeks. Have a great day, and this is Jake Wilson with wilsonswilderness.webs.com.